I'm trapped in a nightmare and I can't wake up. I found myself in a vast and empty hallway. It was circular, like a tunnel, and the walls were adorned with strange symbols that seemed to writhe and pulse like a heartbeat. As I walked through this tunnel, the shadows around me began to float off the walls independently. They twisted and turned into grotesque shapes and even formed the face of a snarling dog. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. Then the whispers started. They overlapped into a single oppressive voice that echoed inside my mind and forced me forward. Deeper and deeper into the corridor, the space around me began to bend and warp. The walls twisted and contorted as if alive, reaching out to grab me and pull me into their suffocating embrace. And then the floor started to pulse like a living thing. Each step I took sent vibrations through my body that felt like needles pricking my skin. It was as if the very essence of the floor was trying to push me back out the way I came. But the whispers grew louder, more insistent, compelling me to keep moving forward. As I ran, the shadows danced and swayed like flames in a strong wind, forming and reforming into new shapes that seemed to mock my terror. The air grew thick and heavy, making it hard to breathe. My heart pounded in my chest like a drum, and my footsteps echoed in the vast emptiness, bouncing back at me mockingly. Then suddenly, just as abruptly as it began, it all stopped. The shadows froze mid-dance, the whispers faded into silence, and the floor stilled. I stood there panting, my body trembling with fear. As the darkness around me pressed in like a physical force, I could feel the eyes of something watching me from the shadows, waiting. And I knew that if I stayed here, whatever it was would strike. I had to get out. But as I turned to flee, I realized with a growing sense of dread that the tunnel had vanished. In its place was a dark and featureless wall. I ran my hands over it, feeling for a door, a window, anything that could lead me back to the safety I had known. But there was nothing. I was trapped in a prison of my own fear, with no way out. And as the darkness closed in around me, I knew that I would never escape this nightmare.